Hello everyone, welcome to TechSharemeth. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic related to GitHub Copilot, where we will see how we can utilize GitHub Copilot to prepare the analysis report for all the slicing operations that are performed in your particular Python program. Yes, there might be some scenarios in your project where you are supposed to prepare one analysis report or one understanding document for all the slicing operation that has been performed in your program. So for that, how we can write the perfect prompt, what all things we are supposed to include in the prompt so that it will provide you the correct output. So these all things we are going to discuss in this particular session. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use GitHub Copilot for preparing the analysis report, right? But prior to that, we have already covered various other examples through which we can easily implement the GitHub Copilot for our different scenarios. And for that, you can also refer the TechSharemeth digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3600 plus videos available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can easily consume the content. And if you have any question there, you can simply reach out to me through comment section. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. Here you can see currently I am in demo program, that is inventory slicer.py, and in this program is mainly a supermarket inventory system that use list slicing with the steps to extract specific product record for restocking, auditing, quality check and weekly reports. Okay, so this is the overall agenda of this program. Now you can see we have some list of product and then we have some inventory data, then some slicing operations are performed on these data, right? So now we are interested into this data only, this slicing part, right? So for that we will write one master prompt, then we will feed this program to the GitHub Copilot with prompt, and then it will do automatically the research for our data and will provide us the required information. So there is no need to go through the entire program to understand the flow. You can just prepare the report from GitHub Copilot and then you can review it, because reviewing is very important, because we all know that sometimes AI model might get hallucinate or get confused in data, right? So in that situation, review is very important. Now I'll show you, like here you can see we have this plus button, so I'll just click here so that it will take the context from this file. Okay, now I'll just simply paste my prompt here, which is a master prompt where I have informed all the required thing to the GitHub Copilot. So let's see how we will write this prompt. So firstly, like we are supposed to assign the role. So here I have assigned the role that you are a senior Python developer and technical educator with 20 years of experience in explaining Python sequence operation, list slicing, step argument, index-based access, and memory efficient iteration techniques to beginner, junior developer, and non-technical audiences. Okay, so this is the role of GitHub Copilot. Now we will assign the task. So for task, you can simply see I have a Python program named inventory slicer.py. In this program, there is a function called analyze inventory. This function uses multiple list slicing operation with a start, stop, and step argument on real-world inventory dataset to extract specific subset of the product record. So here we have clearly mentioned like what is this program and what it is exactly doing. Now we will assign the task. So your task is to read every slicing operation carefully and explain exactly how each works step by step in simple plain English. Very important line, do not explain the full file, focus only on the slicing operation inside a function, analyze inventory. Okay, so we are not interested into entire source code, we are just interested into a specific piece of the code. Clear? Then we have rules to follow. So there are some sort of rules that we are supposed to follow. The first rule says use plain English only avoid heavy technical jargon, so we don't want any kind of technical jargons in the description. Second, do not skip any slicing operation. Cover every single one in the same order as it appears in the code from top to bottom. Third rule says, for each slicing operation, explain the start, stop and step values one by one and what each value means. Then for fourth rule, it says, show the exact index position that are picked by each slice using the actual data from the program. Fifth point says, show the data before slicing and after slicing using the actual product name and values from the program. So this section will help us to understand like what were the values before slicing operation and what were the list after slicing operation. Okay. Then we have sixth rule that says clearly explain what a negative step means and how it reverses the direction of the slicing. Okay. Then 7th point says clearly explain what a negative index means in slicing. Do not modify or rewrite the function, only explain it as it is. Keep your language simple enough for the first year programming student and do not assume anything that is not written in the function. So these are the some rules that we have instructed to GitHub Copilot to understand and work accordingly. Then when we talk about the output, so there is a requirement for output, like we need information into multiple sections. So first section is purpose of this function. So write 2 to 3 lines explaining what this function does overall in plain English. Second, how list slicing works. So explain in 3 to 4 lines what list start, stop, step means in simple plain English. Explain what happens when start, stop or step is omitted. Okay, so let's say in any case if I skip the start position or stop position or step position, so what would be the impact on the data. For third section, I need a slicing operation breakdown for every slice. So for each slicing operation, write the following, like slice number, the exact slice syntax, like what is the start value, what is the stop value, what is the step value, and exact index position picked from the list. Along with this, I need a data before slice, like full list of index number, and data after slice, only the selected item. So this is my requirement. Then one section I need for all the negative slicing explanation. So identify every single slice that use a negative index or negative step in this function. Explain explain exactly how negative values work in this case. Show the direction of traversal for negatives to negative step slices. Okay. Then we have few real world analogy requirement. So I clearly mentioned, give one real world analogy that explain how list slicing with step work. The analogy should be relatable to everyday life. And then we have a sixth point that says some important logic spatial handling details. So mention any special decision made in the slicing operation. Example like why to skip alternate item, why negative step, okay, reverse the list, why omitted start and stop use the full range, why slice does not modify the original list. So this kind of information I need in the section of important logic and handling. And then we have some generic output format, like use a clear section heading for each of the 6 point above, use bullet point inside each section, keep the total explanation under 500 words, and do not write any code in the output, only in the plain explanation is needed. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll just simply press enter here, and within few seconds it will start preparing the output for our given task, and then we will verify it. So output would be a bit longer according to the program. So what I'll do, I'll just simply walk you through couple of section, and then you can review it by your own, like when you are using it in your project. Because for now we just wanted to see like what all kind of data we can get from GitHub Copilot without any manual effort. So you can see all sections are prepared. So first section says the purpose of this function. So this function takes only one inventory list of 12 product and create a smaller list using slicing. Each slice pulls a different pattern of items, such as alternate items, first half, last half, reserve order, or every third item. It helps generate different inventory views without changing the original product list. Okay, then it explains the slicing, like what is slicing. So slicing follows this pattern: list, start, stop, and step. Start means where to begin, stop means where to stop, and step means how many positions to jump each time. Now it explains like what will happen if we omit start or step or stop. So if start is missing, Python starts from the beginning. If stop is missing, Python goes to the end. And if step is missing, it jumps one by one. Okay, one step at a time. So from second section, it is clear like how slicing work, and then it shows the slicing operation breakdown. So you can see here, one by one it prepares like shared data before each slice, full list, then slice 1 colon slice. This is slice 1 and this is the syntax. So colon 2. So it is started. Start is omitted here, stop is omitted here, and step is 2. So it will go for 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and after this the list becomes this. Okay, likewise it explains all the slicing operation, and this is exactly what we were looking for. Similarly, it explains the negative slicing explanation, it gives the real world analogy, and also it shows the important logic and special handling. Okay, so this is how you can utilize GitHub Copilot for doing the analysis on Python programs, specifically for the slicing operation. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching. Take care.